Okay guys, welcome back to another video. So, what we're doing today is me and Bobby are going to demonstrate, we're going to show us our new innovation of vehicles. Now, you probably know us from our hit videos we make with the planes on the road. Now, we're making legalized tanks from World War II and modern day. We're going to start out with some modern vehicles. Actually, no, we're going to start out with some World War II. American vehicles. I'm gonna pull up in a classic Sherman, a heavy Sherman. Bobby, what are you gonna get in?
Bobby gonna get an M22.
Okay. So, fun story is that if you guys buy our C-130 cargo plane, you can carry a car within your car. So obviously you have your normal cars, your dumb normal cars, you have our planes, but now you have our tanks. Now I know what you're thinking, oh, but the tanks aren't fast. They don't need to be fast. They just need to get you from point A to point B. Now I know what you're thinking, aren't they gonna use a lot of pollution? And who cares about pollution anyway? Who needs it, honestly?
Bobby wants
So,
to know where we're gonna meet up at.
Bobby, we're meeting in the middle of this Polish city.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, as you can see right now, the tank isn't very fast. But, this Sherman is very heavily armored. And, you know, if you ever get into some trouble, you have like, maybe like some like rioters, you know, somebody's trying to get into your home, you have a detachable 50 cal. So you could point it at the intruder and him go, holy shit!
Bobby has M22.
Yeah, if you pick the M22, you're going to be really fast. But you're not going to have a 50 like I do. But you can fit into smaller spaces. So road purposes, I think cars are going to be very mad at you. Like, really mad at you. Because you're slow. I mean, if you're in a neighborhood, probably not the best idea to use a tank, but you know, we innovate. We'll probably have freaking electric engines by 2030 anyway, because this world is weird. Bobby, do you like electric vehicles?
Bobby saying no.
Exactly. If Bobby doesn't like electric vehicles, then there's definitely something wrong, because Bobby isn't the smartest tool in the shed. Let's just say that.
Bobby, middle of city.
Bobby, I'm almost there. We're in about 38 kilometers an hour. It's also very family efficient. You know, you could fit about 5 family members. 6 if you want your children to be on top. You know, they can man the 50 cal. And if you just so happen to come into some troublemakers with like a Tiger tank or like a Panther, and they like try and like mess with you, just run away. Just run away. Because this, unless you're on their side, then you could probably hit them with the 1-2 kapow, and they'd probably be dead. But Bobby, where are you?
Bobby's in city.
Okay. Bobby's in city. Guys, he's in the city. I don't know where, but he's in the city. So, its terrain capabilities, it's all terrain, obviously. It's very much all terrain. Oh, there's Bobby. Oh, Bobby's having fun in his tank. Alright. So as you can see, Bobby has a very much smaller tank than I do. So like, Bobby, let's demonstrate. So I'm driving down this road, right? I take up almost the whole entire thing, right? But with Bobby's tank, he's a normal car length, so he could take up within a whole car space, which is perfect. Now, it's for self-defense. I have a 75. He has a 37. My 75 is for right now is not very great. Oh, shoot. It's not very great for like whenever you go up against like tigers and stuff. Like there's a tiger right over there, and I feel like I were to shoot, I probably most likely will not miss, but I probably will not hit him or pen him at all. Joel, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. You can't do anything. You'd have to go up against like a BT5 or something. But yeah. Overall, it's pretty good armor. So like, it could definitely withstand like some anti-tank rounds. Joel, shoot your best ammo in the front plate. Shoot the barrel, the gun. Your gun. Did you not bring ammo? Go get ammo. We're testing durability too. I think I didn't say anything. I'm like, we're testing durability. Bro immediately freaking gets more. Okay, Bobby's gonna meet me back, and I'm gonna demonstrate. So we're both American tanks. You're most likely gonna have American tanks on your side. So, what else do I have to say? Oh yeah, so we're gonna get to the test in a second. But when I do that, so you can put some fuel canisters, because this thing takes quite a lot of fuel, so that'd be quite a bit of money. But price, this thing goes for about 3 mil, 2 mil maybe. Its engine is a naturally aspirated 6.5 liter V8 engine with 442 horsepower. 2,600 RPM. Now, for World War II, that was not bad. Obviously, you know, you should have more horsepower, but with this thing is that it was meant to be slow and it has a stabilizer, so you can get more precise shots. But overall, the cannon's pretty okay. I mean, you could shoot, but it probably won't do a lot of damage. Where the frick are you, Bobby? Also, it comes with artillery, so like, if you want, you could just shoot some artillery if you wanted to. Now, I'm not gonna shoot Bobby, because I obviously know I can pet him, but Bobby's gonna shoot me. I will tell you when, don't worry, Bobby. Bobby, come back over here, come to my front, please. Bobby, do you have ammo? Okay. Shoot my front. No, just shoot my front. I want to demonstrate. So let's just say you have the M22 and you come across a American tank. Just shoot the front. No, Joe, don't actually shoot the penetration of a part. Just shoot the front. See, it doesn't do any damage, and like as we demonstrated, the gun part is a very stop shooting. Listen, as you can see, if I angle a little bit, maybe like this, it's much better. I'm gonna now turn to my side. I'll tell you when. I'll move to my side, shoot me directly in the middle of my side. Obviously not as strong, but for some reason, the American, you can stop now. For some reason, when America made this thing, it actually had pretty good side armor. I want you to shoot, my back. Yeah. The back is where it's most vulnerable. Bobby. Bobby. Later. Later, okay, later. Shoot the back. So, if let's just say a small M22 or anything shoots your back, you're most likely going to lose your engine. So, if a M22 and a M4A3E2 were to have a crossbreed, for some reason crossbreeding, and they were to have a kid, it probably would be a very light tank with pretty good firepower. But as you can see, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Okay, next two tanks. So Bobby's tank goes for about 200 grand, and mine goes for about two to 3 mil. The better option, if you want, I'd say, is probably Bobby's tank, because it's pretty good at everything it does. It's just if you come up against like an M26 or like a Tiger or any of those vehicles, it wouldn't be fun, because well, Tiger owners, they like to brag, and it's not fun. Bobby, I remember this one time Bobby was driving his M22 down the road. These Tiger owners, they come out of nowhere, they're like, ha! Look at this guy in his M22. So you know what Bobby did? He got real angry. Tell them what you did to them, Bobby.
I killed both of them. Bobby killed them.
That's not what I meant.
So Bobby killed them.
Okay. Bobby killed them. No, they didn't kill the people, they killed the tank. But the way he did it is he managed, with his speed, they managed to miss him. They tried shooting him with the MGs, and he just kept getting around him, and he practically bullied them. Which is why the M22 is really good. Now, if you want a good medium-sized tank that's fast and has good armor, the M26 is a really good tank for that, because its armor, you get another 50 cal. Oh, hey, look, Bobby. Okay, Bobby's in another light tank. This one's actually good too. But his is more modern than mine, so if Bobby were to shoot my front, I would die instantly, because he has a shell. Don't actually do that, Bobby, please. As you can see, yeah, but me and him, but the thing with that, think of Bobby's tank as a M22 that's slightly less faster, better armament, a little bit better armor, and a 50, and a better cannon. See, now here's the thing with Bobby's tank, right? His is from a can you not shoot my freaking 50? Bro. Okay. While Bobby does that, so about these tanks, right? This was built towards the end of World War II. So it's a little bit post-war in a way. I have a 90mm, he has a 76, but his 76 is more powerful. But he's more modern, he has thermals in his tank, I don't. But this could fit about 5 people. How many can yours fit, Bobby? 4? Okay. So his, once again, is very fast. More faster than mine. Mine is pretty decent speed. It's all terrain once again. Pretty decent armor. Probably not as good as Tiger's tank still, but it has enough firepower to take out said Tiger tank. So does his. If you want to get rid of those pesky Tiger bullies, you should definitely use these two tanks, because they're both really good at what they do. If I angle a little bit, kind of like this in a way, don't shoot me, but I don't know, actually no, that's not a good demonstration. But let's just say he was a Tiger tank. he could shoot my front and it would do nothing. It would get through like a 5mm, then it'd get through 101, which it probably wouldn't. So yeah. And obviously with Javi, I keep saying Javier. Obviously with Bobby, I could literally aim anywhere and I could pen him. Like I could probably take out his tracks, but I'm not going to. But yeah, so if you want, you have some sleeping bags on the side of your tank, which is good. Sandbags, sleeping bags. This thing has better mileage, which means that you can run for much longer with it. It's a much faster. Pretty much overall better than the M4A1, but it is more expensive, or going around 3 million, 3.5 million. But yeah, actually, let's do the shooting. Okay, can you pen me in the front? As you can see, yes, you can. So, don't shoot me again. I want to say something before he can finish me off. In the side. So, if you were to go up against if you were gonna bully people, don't bully the Walker Bulldog, because unless you manage to sneak up on them, then maybe you can get the kill, probably. But you usually want to be nice to them because they're actually very nice. I know it's called a bulldog, but they could be very nice. And if you piss it off, it gets really pissed off. Trust. See, like, it's very nice. It pats your head sometimes. If you could give a head pats back. It really likes head pats, as you can tell. It very much likes head pats. So yeah, that is one thing that they like. If you get on its bad side, it will do what I just showed you. It almost killed all my people. Now, shoot me in the side. I know you're gonna kill me, but it don't matter. Actually, no, don't kill me, because I still want to do this thing. Okay, so so whenever you look at my side, is it all green? Bobby, is it all green? Okay, yes. So here's the thing: if you use the tank for a while, you will eventually get armor-piercing ammo that does a lot of damage. So, like, as I showed you in the example in the front, which the front is where most of my armor is at, it's not very good. But I'm not going to shoot you. But it's the same thing with him. And since Bobby is a light tank, I could shoot him anywhere and he'd die. That's the one downside. But overall, I'd say Bobby has another win on this one. His tank is much better. His tank would be much better in both. If you were in a fight or flight situation, his would be much better. But if you wanted a little bit more armor, let's say you're going up against World War II tanks, and you want a little bit more armor, yes, this is the way to go. All right, next tanks.
Target destroyed.
So this next tank I'm going to show you is it's an Italian tank. After that, I might show you some wheeled vehicles, and then we'll move to modern vehicles. My good old buddy old pal will show you more of his vehicles. But if we go to Italy, Italy is one of the manufacturers in these building world legal tank companies. So here's what they did. They built something that is good for the police force. And here's what I mean by the police force. It's a two-man vehicle. It's really small. I'm talking really small. So you could practically carry it in the back of your sedan. And overall, it is pretty damn good. shooting, like let's just say you were doing an assassination and you didn't want to use a sniper, but you wanted to be more precise. You have a 20mm cannon. But let's just say you wanted to shoot a lightly armored convoy of trucks. This is where it would come in handy. Let's just say Russia invades. Let's just say the invasion of Ukraine is still going on. Ukraine joins NATO. Italy comes in. There are armed forces in the Elf, right? And there's a convoy of Russian Bearcats. Now, see, this is where this comes in handy, is because it's just enough to explode. It's just enough explosive mass to explode a Russian vehicle within one hit, but maybe a really lightly armored tank, but don't try and kill tanks with it. But it is pretty fast. I will admit it is very fast, and but Joel won't be able to hear me. Okay, but as I was
Bobby can still hear. Bobby can still hear.
Okay, so as I was saying, it's pretty fast. You can hide within bushes, so it makes a really good camping tank. Okay, yeah. I'm moving. Oh. Okay, yes, okay. So this is a good demonstration. So I'm in the L3C. He's in a more modern vehicle. It's the M109, the U.S.'s current artillery gun. 155 millimeters. These things are pretty vicious. Okay, so here's the thing with these. They start out post aggressive, so they'll be like, "What you want?" And you be nice to it, it'd be nice to you, right? But let's just say you were to shoot them. Oh, look, a banana. Let's say you were to shoot them. You see that cannon right there? That's gonna leave a mark. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, no, Bobby, no. But as you can see, with all the classic American cars, you can get a 50 cal for free. Let's show them the elevation. So, as your classic artillery tank, you can shoot targets. Let's just say, like in a civilian perspective, right? There were robbers and they got away, and you need a good way to destroy the robbers so you can get whatever they took from you. Let's just say 500 meters, Bobby. Boom, and the target is down. Right. It's pretty good. Close range is pretty good, and it's really good home defense. Once again, detachable 50 cal. Tracks are pretty good. It's pretty fast too. It can blend in. The only thing that's bad about it is that it's slow. Well, it's not slow, but it has lights. As you can see right here, they got a light here, so it's definitely illegal. I also have lights. I can't do anything to it, really. Like, hold on. Yeah, Bobby. I'll just shoot right. Like, see, look. Non-penetration. So, but if he were to, let's just say I got on his bad side and he were to shoot me, I would not be in a good day. Yeah. Imagine that, but went through my frickin' skull. Let's see how much horsepower mine has. My tank has 75 horsepower. Alright. So your classic old Fiat engine. How much horsepower does Bobby have?
How does Bobby check again?
Okay, you hit circle, you click on, you hold the tank, the one that you have, and it shows its stats.
405 horsepower.
405 horsepower. How fast does it go?
goes 30. I mean, Bobby tank go 35.
35. See, mine is faster. As you can probably tell, it's actually the lightest vehicle we have, and it's the most cheapest. But only going for about $2,000. But the reason why it's so cheap is because it's not really the best hand. Okay, it's not really the best handling. Also, it's really cramped. It's not really that good for home defense, and also, so with his tank, he has a 155. He also has a 50 cal. I only have a 20 mil. So if you're a collector, this would be a really good collector's item. And if you really wanted to, you could use it for home defense. It's really good for taking out like civilian targets. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do a fire test on me. We're gonna demonstrate now. Okay, or not. But let's do another fire test on his barrel. Oh, some parts you can hit, but as you could tell, his 50 cal can just absolutely wipe me out. It does have a tow wrench. That's one good thing. Overall, not the best tank. Not the best tank. Oh, it can go through towns. Pretty much. Relatively quiet. It will just sound like a tractor. It also looks like a tractor. It can be used as a tractor too. So, yeah. These were the M109. Out of this, the M109 is probably your better bet, unless you're just into the smaller tanks and the faster ones. This would be a good pick for the dirty little rascals. All right, next vehicle.
Target destroyed.
This next vehicle is a wheeled vehicle. It's also Italian. Now, you can carry about 72 rounds of this. It's a little bit on the slower side, but trust me on this. So, what we did is we took a nice, good old-fashioned Italian Lancia truck. We cut off the top part of it. We cut off the top part, to give you more space to see. We also added guns on the front. It has 139 horsepower. So yeah, the extra weight of the gun, it makes it a little bit heavier. But see, with this is that it functions like a normal car. It's like a normal car. It functions like a normal car. It just your co-driver has a machine gun. A Italian machine gun, and your main armament. This is mainly used by like rebel forces a lot. So, like for example, if terrorists get their hands on this, it'd be a really vital thing. Unless you're the U.S. military and you use Abrams. Abrams is. So yeah. But with the gun in the front, it is a. And I forgot what the gun was called. I think it was like a Beretta machine gun with 30 rounds. The mags are actually in the bottom of the seat, so you would actually have to stand up, physically pick up the seat, and then reload it, and then put back down the seat, and then sit back down. What they like to do is they like to take this thing, they like to camouflage it, and very practically sit there. But to shoot it, you need to put it on its side, like this. So like, I'm just gonna wait for Bobby to get over here. But yeah, it goes about 49 kilometers an hour, a little bit faster than the L3. It has your casual lights. 100 millimeter artillery cannon. Let's see its elevation. We don't really show much of the wheeled vehicles because they're practically just cars. There's some wheeled vehicles that we might show later, like later on, maybe in the future. Maybe like the R3 because those vehicles are like armored cars. But this is just a normal car with a machine gun and a gun. So yeah, you have a 100 millimeter gun from like the 1800s because the Italians, well, they're not really consistent with their guns. Ah, I see Joel's pulled up in a very wacky tank actually. Very wacky tank. So what I mean by wacky, but Bobby, let me show you the tank real quick. As you can see, if you look in the front, you got your machine gunner. And you have your 100 millimeter cannon, which honestly has a pretty good. Okay, all right, but yeah, as you can see, he has a normal Sherman body, which the normal Sherman body is actually very commonly used around a lot of tanks. It's actually the most common one. A lot of people have it, and a lot of people have its variants. So yeah, as you can see, we got our driver. He could easily just turn the wheel. It's tan, so yeah. Alright, Bobby, let's see your vehicle. So like I said, Bobby's tank is a normal Sherman body with its machine gun in the front, as they always do. But if you look at the top, it has a turret of a T-26. So that's something good about it. It has a 90 mil. This is probably one of the best Shermans you're gonna get in the game, or not in the game, in real life. It's actually its turret. Its turret is actually really good. So yeah. How much horsepower do you have?
Armor piercing, loaded.
Bobby has 407 horsepower.
A lot more horsepower than I do. How fast does it go?
Bobby goes 24.
Okay, I go 49 kilometers an hour, which is about the same. But if you scratch all that, they're pretty much the same vehicle, except that I feel like Bobby's is better because when you're gonna use the gun, you can't look at your front. So if you're using the front of this tank, you're only gonna be able to use your machine gun. But if you're on your side, Bobby, may I do a shooting test on you? Okay. So this thing is, if I were to shoot him here, he would die because of the high explosive. But if I shoot him right here, it does no damage because it only has heat rounds. So you have to make sure you shoot it where it has an angle where it points down, like right here. I think that's. Oh, never mind. But as you can see, it's not very effective. You have to hit it in certain areas. And then obviously Bobby can just shoot out of your people. Like, I'm gonna try again. There you go. So right there, if you hit the certain right spots, you can do it. Okay. Now, let's move on to modern vehicles. Joel will keep, not Joel, Bobby will keep showing you World War II vehicles. I'm gonna be showing you more modern vehicles. And then the last one's gonna be this really cool Swedish thing that I want to show you. Oh wait, I wanted to show. I'll show that after. I'll show that after as well. Actually, no, never mind. Joe Radio.
Hold up. I'm trying to find the right tank. There's that one. There is that tank. Hold up, I'm almost done. Almost done. Bobby's almost done. Bobby's almost done. Aha! Okay, Bobby done.
I think we're gonna show you. Okay, so we're gonna show you these two modern vehicles. One's Russian, one's American, and then we're gonna show you this cool Swedish thing that we found. That's like 1970, so it's kind of modern, but it's kind of old as well. And then after that, I think that will conclude our video. There's obviously more tanks you could choose from, but I mean not tanks, more cars you could choose from. This is our, we're not going to be concluding it yet, but we're going to be, we're close to the end of our session here. So this vehicle that I'm using is a thing to where you can carry, I say about 7 people, but to actually work the vehicle, you only need 3 people. So, yeah. This thing's pretty fast. This thing's probably like the fastest thing we have shown today. If you want, it also double works as a boat. It's pretty good. It has 4 missiles, a 30 mil and a grenade launcher. If you only need wood, it has a wooden log in the back. It's very light though. It's an infantry fighting vehicle. It's very fast. This is actually also the other car, the other two we showed you. One of them was also the another version of the truck was only street. If it was on like any like steep hills, it would not move it. This thing is not spraying. It has tracks. As you can see, we don't have the normal Russian version. We have the Serbian version. Where are you, Joel? There you are. Okay. Oh, okay. So as you can see, Bobby has the M56. This is post-war as well. So the Americans used a little tiny tank with a 90mm cannon. It was really helpful during like Korean War and stuff. It's very lightweight. It's very small. It's like you can fit that in the back of your car. But the one thing he doesn't have is he doesn't have a gun. I have a secondary gun. He has only a primary, so I can just. If there's robbers and I need to take good quick care of him, like, oh look, there's a black guy. I can just easily take care of that. Oh, also, if there's a plane vehicle that's like messing around with you with his JDAMs and he's like taunting, he's like, haha, I have a vehicle that can fly and drive. This thing has a lock mode to where it will lock onto it and And you could practically just shoot it like this. Almost like an SPAA. It has missiles. Like that. Little demonstration. There's a little computer you have. Like this. So there was a guy in that tower right there. It went through the tower. So yeah, let's look at a little bit about Jewels. Practically mine's done. Let's give a little
Armor piercing. Loaded.
bodies. So from the back, you could see this is where all the ammo is stored. So to reload a soldier, you physically have to get out of the seat, grab one, get back up in his seat, do 4 backflips, and then reload it. Right. Now if you look at his tracks, he has very thick, because his is actually all-terrain too. If you look at the front, a little bit more armor. It has lights, so it's legal. It has some protective glass against maybe like small arms fire, but definitely not.
We've been hit.
Yeah, well, actually, maybe. But as you can tell, if I were to shoot his barrel, it would almost kill him. But we don't have a grenade launcher. Follow me. I'm Bobby. We're going to be going to somewhere to demonstrate this vehicle whatsoever. Okay. So, I did say that this thing could float. Let me show you how it floats. So, with it being light and it being made a certain way, also this thing has a stabilizer, so you can it's easier steady driving. This thing can, like I said 4 times, thing can go in the water.
Right track damaged.
You could just go up this rock right here.
The gun is ready for action.
What?
Bobby tank
If
damage.
if you're stuck, I'm not helping.
No, Bobby tank damage.
Okay.
Bobby coming.
Okay, so no need to turn on a button. It will just start floating. But what you want to do is to keep your thing more steady. You want to turn on the boat mode, so this will come out. Hold up, Bobby, let me demonstrate. So yeah, it's a little wobbly, but now we have a stabilizer. If we look in the thing, I can easily have a good shot on Bobby.
BMP. 12 o'clock. Point blank.
I don't know what else to say. So let's just say you miss it. I forgot I had a grenade launcher, but let's just say you're trying to shoot it, right? You can miss from shooting underneath it because it's like really hard to shoot.
Miss. Adjust right.
Uh-oh.
You just killed a child.
I'm gonna help off.
Okay.